reality, uh, I mean, I kind of live in like two different bubbles. I feel like I live in like this bubble that I want to be in, and then I live in the bubble of real life, like the bubble of real life, being an adult, going to a job, doing what I'm supposed to do, take care of my family, all that stuff like that. And then I have like the bubble, which most people will feel like is fantasy, but I feel like that's the reality I want to live in, where I'm like this new age hippie and I'm just really traveling and working and making art and working with kids and just living the life of a mermaid and just just being free kind of. So I feel like I live in those two worlds combined sometimes. Like I'm trying to get myself into more of that world and more out of the new age being struck by like everything that's going on reality of like adult life and stuff. So that is what I'm searching for this summer. I've taken I saved up enough money so that way I don't have to worry about money or working and stuff like that, because I really need to find what what is my calling, like what do I want to do with art. And I just really want to go on this revival of like getting to know myself so I'll be able to express it through art, because I have so many different styles. Like I can do woodwork, I can do pottery, I can paint if I really sit down and concentrate. I'm a graphic designer, I'm a photographer, but I haven't yet sat down and honed on one skill, and that's what I want to do. I want to get that skill and I want to grab it so that way I'll be able to express all the different types of arts that I go to. Like I want to do stuff that's like activate, like I want to be an activist with my art. I want to be, I want to have a message with my art, but I also want to inspire with my art and show others like, hey, everybody can do art, like not just me, anybody can do art. That's pretty much what I'm trying to go for. I think it was like I've always been creative when I was in elementary school, but it was really high school when I started going to the career center, because like I started like building the sets for like the little kids and like painting, and everybody would be like, "Oh, can you draw me this? Can you draw me that?" And I was just like, "Okay, cool, I'll do it." And then once I got to college, it was kind of like, all right, I'm gonna go in to be a social worker, but I couldn't stop from going to the Fine Arts Center. Like I always would go to the Fine Arts Center, and then one day the uh, guy came down. He was like, "Why you always here?" He took me on a tour, and once I went on a tour, he was like, "I feel art from you," and I was like, "Really?" Because I can't draw. He was like, "Yes, you can." And I guess like once I had that talk with him, I was like, "Yeah, this is what I'm supposed to do. I'm supposed to do art. Like I'm supposed to be here." And that's when I dropped my major and switched it to art. So I guess I think that's when, because every other time I was kind of playing around, but it was just like once I got to Elizabeth City, it was just like that's what I'm supposed to do. Yes, I do, because like especially like if I'm stressed out and I can't figure out what I want to say, I'll go draw it. It might not be the prettiest drawing, but it'll be something, and I get lost in my drawings, and then I'll play my music, and as I'm getting lost in my drawings, I'll draw more and more. Like I think I was like really stressed out a couple of weeks ago, and I filled up 3 pages in my little journal just drawing just different stuff, because like I had to get it out, and it was kind of like my way of screaming without screaming. Decreasing my social media a lot, like even to the point where I had a limit on it from 5:30 a.m. to 8, because there was just so much stuff on social media and I just couldn't deal with it, especially like all the bad stuff that's going on. Not to say I want to be oblivious to it, I don't, but it's not good for my mental, because I overreact to it. I get mad because I seen another black person killed, or I'll get sad because I see a kid hungry, and I needed to clean myself of that. And then mostly music and art. Like I'll play my music and I'll draw, or I'll play my music and I'll paint, or I'll just play my music and just scribble. Like I really like to scribble, and so those two things lately have been bringing me a lot of joy. There's so much I want to change. Um, the main thing that I would want to change is I would want people to be who they are and not be judged. Because I feel like that's what everybody spends majority of their time doing, is looking over their shoulder because they got USPA shoes on and the other person got polo on, and somebody's gonna pick on them because it's not real polo. And if a girl who wants to dye her hair blue, but if she does, everybody at her school is gonna pick on them. I just really want that free expression of self. Like, I have students. I had this one student. She came to school in a banana, like she was dressed as a banana, and everybody was like kind of like laughing at her, and I was just like, why y'all laughing at her? And they was like, cuz that's silly, why she come to school dressed as a banana? And I was like, cuz that's what she wants to do, that's what she woke up to do today. She woke up and was like, I want to be a banana. How are you going to pick on somebody for waking up and wanting to be a banana? I mean, I can see from their point how it can be silly because that's not the norm for them, but I kind of want the norm for everybody to be, and something that I will create a piece of is that the norm is whatever you are, who you are. So somebody who wants to dress like a banana is not going to get picked on for somebody who's dressed down to the nine with Jordans. I want them to be able to coexist in the same universe, kind of thing. Yeah, don't. I mean, if you think you ugly, you could be the ugliest, beautifulest person in the world, but you're not. You gotta look at yourself and be like, forget what anybody else gotta say. You are your own norm. So if you think you're ugly, you gotta change your mindset for that. If you think you're fat, you gotta change your mindset for that. Never let what the outside world make you. Never let the outside world judge you to the point where you judge yourself, because can't nobody judge you. And just live your life. Like, life is too short, and just go be happy. Like, at this point of life, like, what else can go wrong? So just go be happy. Go do what you want to do. You want to go break the bank and start your business? Start your business. You want to go, I don't know, travel across America? Travel across America. Don't let nobody tell you you can't do it, because what you went through 5 years ago has totally changed, and you've outgrown it, and now you're to the point where you're a way better person. So if you can outgrow the last 5 years, the last 10 years, you can definitely keep growing and growing and outgrowing the years that you already